How we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Let's get this music down a little bit here. Bring some copyright free music on top of that with a commercial attached to it. And we're going to talk about inflatable screens. Now, I've done dozens of inflatable screens. Gee whiz, can we just get something clean or something? Where were we at a few minutes ago? Let's just take that. Gee whiz. This is the reason why I have commercial free for the kids over at the rec center on the fire sticks, because YouTube just pops up any kind of commercial at the end of the day. Let me see what we got going on here. Are we still with this, or are we just bypass this all? Get to that free music. There we go. We don't need to see all that. Just one of the things I had to do is basically put the fire stick in commercial free, because anything will pop up. For sorry for you parents who got kids and you got to worry about what the heck they're going to bring up on TV. Or no, the kid, we didn't do that kind of stuff. The TV quiz was just downright crazy. Let's get back to this. Inflatable screens. This is a whole world by itself, literally by itself. It can't be treated like a regular projection screen. It has so many things that can go wrong. It's an extremely temperamental surface, and all kinds of things can go wrong quickly and fast. So one of the issues you're going to have with inflatable screens from the beginning, they're all white. That's just one problem you're going to have. We have people out there who will go out and get a projector, high lumen capability, thinking this will fix it. No, you're just, again, introducing more light to the screen. You watch it out even faster. Nothing really is going to make contact. Ultra short throw may fix it because you think you're going to be closer to the screen. Still going to be plagued with the same problem. Short throw, still same problem. So rear projection on these screens, even worse, because again, there's light passing through the screen while there's light trying to pass through the other side, and this is going to make it wash out even faster. So, it's a good thing we got our stand here. We got a stand here for this too. We can do these demonstrations here. I'm going to be buying some of this fabric right here they use for front and rear screens. It's kind of like a micro mesh white that they use. So this is one part we used to have a problem with, which means that anyone who had a screen with this particular kind of material, we couldn't help at all, period, because the coating that we made, basically, we used for walls and fixed frame screens and motorized projection screens, would have made the screen extremely heavy because it's a much more heavier coating. And on top of that, if you wanted sound to transfer through, that was not going to happen because it would clog every single hole in that screen, that mesh. So, with the new technology we have now under Black Mist, we can coat that. We can convert that to a jet black screen, and you can have that OLED-like experience outside. You ever seen our inflatable demonstrations outside? They are freaking beast mode. They're beautiful. So one of the things I've gotten from customers who've seen our outside demonstrations, keep in mind, we have the most outside demonstrations and more experience than anyone when it comes to doing outside displays. I'm going to put my link here for the Crystal Edge technology screen so you can check out our skill level when it comes to outside displays. Let me go over here and get the giant massive grid. So this right here coming up, there we go. This is the massive grid. This has the most outside demonstrations on and off YouTube. There is tons of information here. Demonstrations in snow, demonstrations dual screens, demonstrations 150-inch screens, ultra short throws, you name it, we've been there, we've done it. Motorized projection screens, everything, and yes, inflatable projection screens, which we have right here in this demonstration right here. That's my inflatable screen that I got off of Amazon. So, coating this is a little different from front and rear because this particular screen is only front projection only. So basically, instead of wasting a ton of screen paint, painted the opposite side of it, which made it a lot easier for us at the end of the day. And you have to have something again that can be folded up and stretched and folded up and stretched and folded up and stretched time and time again, because this is a screen you're not going to leave up. This is a screen you're going to take down over and over and over again. So whatever you have on here has to take the punishment. The problem, let me get rid of this music because I got it down low, but for some reason it's still pumping high. I don't know why. Let me go over here and see what's going on. We're just going to take this out altogether. Let me pause that. I don't need to hear all that. All right. So anyway, it is something that is basically, like I said, it's going to take a lot of abuse. So with that taking a lot of abuse, you don't want the surface to crack or peel. And this is why it's important to not second guess what your product is going to do for the screen. As enhancing it, it's better if you have the test. We've had front and rear screens in there. We've had multiple projection screens in, as in the inflatables. And this gave us an idea to see what we were dealing with when it came to an inflatable screen and how temperamental they are. So, let me see right here if we got any more on the screen. So basically, with the formula we have here, one of the things we didn't do with the formula we used to have here is we didn't do front and rear screens. It was kind of impossible to do them at that particular time. Now, the new formula we do have, we can do those front and rear mesh. We can coat that over into black technology very easy. Someone's asking about golf simulators. Yes, you can use that technology for golf simulators. You can use it for projector mapping applications. We did that yesterday, showing you projector mapping applications with it. You can use it for front or rear home theater setups, which means, again, and I can't express this enough, this is from another YouTuber who claimed this product to be rear projection, but not ultra short though compatible. That is a bad no-no, because again, if you stick a screen, your projector behind the back of the screen, and most likely you're going to be using ultra short throw. Long throw is not going to work. If you're using ultra short throw, you want it as close to the wall as possible, and you don't want the screen sitting in the middle of your living room. So if it's not ultra short throw compatible, that means your screen is literally going to have to be, to fill that whole thing out, 11 to 12 feet from the projector, for where the projector is going to be laying against the wall. That means your screen is going to be sitting in the center of your living room. That's where it's going to sit at, and that's going to look awkward and very unprofessional. So it has to work with ultra short throw, which is very important. So the person who basically wrote all that information out, you got to go in and redo all that and have testing behind that, because that is a no-no and will not work. Just in case if you see that one coming up, or you see someone popping up with that. But anyway, let's get back to this. So yes, we have a coating now that can basically fix the mesh white screens. And these things are horrible. They don't pick up. There is no white screen that picks up properly outside. Time and time again, everybody knows this. You fire one of these off, you will not be 6 o'clock in the evening. You will be at 8 o'clock at night. And even at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night, it can be dark outside. That screen still sucks at the end of the day, because we did the test side by side with the white surface, showing you that it still doesn't work if you're sitting in the dark. It doesn't have the ability to generate. It doesn't have the ability to generate inside, and even worse, outside. And all the screens you will find outside will be basically white. The only ones I have seen that have been a really light gray are the Yard Masters by Elite. Other than that, they're all gray. They're all white. So that technology will allow you to do what we have here. Let's go yank one of these up real quick. Now, see, this is one of the demonstrations we did. I told you we run all these tests. So I can come in and grab these for you. That right there is a white screen. Sitting behind it is an Eclipse, one of our black screens. So I'll show you in the demonstration why a white screen doesn't work outside, because it can't show contrast. And if you can't see contrast, guess what else falls with that? You will not see color. Another thing you're going to have to be able to prove, which is very important, the durability of the product. How much destruction can it take? We literally have demonstrations of us freezing screens into blocks of ice and breaking them up, pulling them apart, to show that the formula we make embeds itself into the material. You have to have these tests. They're extremely important. Weatherproofing. How much damage can your screen take from weather? We have demonstrations. See that screen right there? That screen never went into the house, ever. You've ever seen me in a YouTube video taking that screen, stripping it down, and removing it. Now, it sat out there in all types of weather, in heat waves, rain, snow, the whole 9 yards. Go out there, hook up a projector, watch a movie off of it in the middle of the winter. It can even show snow while it's out in the snow. That shows the white levels are extremely high in order to do that. So this is what we can do to your boring white inflatable screen that doesn't pick up color correctly. We can have it give it the ability to pick up a 100% black level beautiful white levels and amazing color. And again, you don't have to spend a lot of money for a projector. We get 4,000, 5,000 projectors for like, the 5,000 are like under 300, under 400, sorry. And we can get you a projector 720p, which is being done on 720p, by the way. 720p. I like the Chrissy LWs. They're nice projectors. LW100s. We like those projectors. They're cheap. They're very affordable. You get them under $200. And this is out in the snow. So this is easy to do. These are easy to do. The inflatables, on the other hand, they're temperamental. They have issues. So basically, like I said, unlike these screens are going to come down. They can come down, they can go back up. Actually, this was permanently put in. This is my Optima GT 5500 outside ultra short throw. We show these off from time to time when we get people that are talking too much trash and they're saying something like, well, I got ambient rejection. Please, big deal. We did this one outside with an ultra short throw at 140 inches, not at 120 comfortable, 140 outside, to show you how powerful our ambient rejection technology is. Yeah, well, we push the limit. I love pushing the limit. But anyway, let's get back to this inflatable. All right, so basically, any screen you're going to have outside is going to be white. The most important thing is the fact that you want to make sure that you can see it, and you don't want to be waiting until like 9 o'clock at night. You know, when you have a barbecue or get together and everybody's there, you know, you want to make sure you can start the party early. You're going to be waiting at 8 and 9 o'clock to fire up the screen. Again, it's going to look really poor. That's a motorized screen. So that right there is our coating on top of a $68 eBay projector. Mind you, we've done demonstrations where we've taken our product and put it in, say, $3,000 dark Star 9 versus a $68 screen with our coating. And that right there is an Epson projector that I paid $200 for. That's it. Now I'm just showing you this. Can you use the coating for this? No. I'm just showing you this to show you exactly where our skill level is when it comes to outdoors, because you have to be to back that up. If you're going to talk about you're a professional in that field and you know quite a bit about outdoor technology, outdoor projection screen products and how they work, you have to be able to show that off, which we can do here. See the time of the day? There you go. Let's go over here to these inflatables real quick. I'm going to go pop up my inflatables. Let's see, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. So this coating, like I said, this is fantastic for those of you who have those mesh front and rear inflatable screens. This is going to allow you to be converted over to this new technology. Look at this. This is the difference for those of you who had to do this demonstration. For when you have a white screen, this is literally how much of your image is missing on a white screen. That's a lot. That's why you have to wait until it gets really dark outside. And even like that, like I said, it doesn't work. And that's just the PlayStation menu. That shows you how much you're missing. This is tons and tons of research, people. You have to be able to have all this information, which is really important because you can't go around talking about your product works outside if you don't have any proof. Here we go. Or real testing. There we go. That's watching Despicable Me. That's outside, daytime hours. White screen, gray screen, not surviving out there. Not at that time of the day. Ain't gonna work. Like how reshifts and goes back. This is pretty cool. Usually I gotta go hunt for it. All right, so let's get to this inflatable screens. Let's see if we can find them in here. Where are you at? Here we go. Here's an inflatable screen. And this right here is my inflatable screen outside As you can see how beautiful it looks, that's coated with our technology. The new stuff we have now, we can do the front and rear mesh. That was one of the problems we had. We couldn't do front and rear mesh. Now we can do front and rear mesh. Now, we're going to make this in a gallon size because, again, we had somebody inquiring about a 200-inch screen, and that will require a gallon to do that one. So, what we're going to do is, we have, well, how much do we sell this stuff for anyway? We're only going to make it in two sizes. It'll be 32 to a gallon. That's what we're going to make it in. So, right now, we have it at $478 for the 32. 32 will cover this with no problem. I'm trying to think what else we're going to be using this application. There's other things we can use it for. This is how beautiful that image pops up. That's on 720p, by the way, a 720p projector. This was a custom screen paint we made for inflatables. The only problem is we just couldn't use it on mesh. It didn't work well with mesh. The new stuff we have now will work with mesh with no problem whatsoever. But this is what your inflatable screen will look like. It was going to look absolutely incredible. So let's go over here and let's go back to our site because we have to do an update. We need a gallon of this now because I know we're going to have people going to be using it outside. They're going to use it for different events. They're going to require a much bigger screen size. 32 is not going to cover. 32 covers about 150 inches. And keep in mind, as I said before, you know, if some people say, well, you know, I can do it with a regular paint. Yeah, go ahead and do that and see what happens. It's not going to go well. We've done these tests already. You can go right to our website right here. This at the bottom of a marketplace is something we call black versus black. This is how we demonstrate that our products don't match any form of house paints. These are all the tests. Actually, we have a lot more than that. But these are all tests that are done. Not all tests, but some of the tests that basically back our products up. So you don't have to worry about, you know, buying a product and finding that it matches a house paint later on. We have tests on different white levels, drawn into screens, demonstrations where we've actually made our own black products and put against our own products to show you that they don't work like basic black paint people try to make to say that your products work. Now this is basically doing these tests, and we have all these displayed at the bottom of the website so you can see exactly, you know, do some research before you purchase from us. You know, so this is why we back our products up. So you have this right here, you know, to check out. What we're going to do is we're going to, we have this, actually this is available now. We made it available now because somebody wanted it badly. They wanted to put an order in so they can basically convert their screen. So let me see, let's go to, I think this is it right here. We need to put in another size. So I need to go to management, per products. Now, like I said, the advancement of this technology, again, it has so many different applications you can use it for, as in projector mapping, as in special effects, visual effects. You can use it for basically rear projection screens, as I said, for haunting houses, but just anything you can possibly think of. On top of that, like I said, for those of you who have outdoor inflatable screens and you want to use that as a front and rear application to it, this technology is going to be quite fantastic. It's going to allow you now to convert those white inflatable screens like this into black technology, which allow you to have a beautiful contrast level. You'll be able to pick up much earlier in the day, and your screen's not going to wash or fade. We do advise that you have name brand projectors when using our technology, because again, if it's not compatible, it is not going to work. So we have this at front and rear. This is the CINEMAX Black Mist. This is the one we designed for that particular application. Let me see. We need to duplicate this. We need a duplication of this, and this will be the 1 gallon. right, 1 gallon screen size. $200. Let me see. $200 screen. $200 screen measurements. So we are overall for a height outside 102, 102, 102. Oh, where is the height at? Here. This is the height. 102, 102, 102, 102, 102.8 inches, 102.8 inches. All right, 102.8 inches, 102.8 inches, and length will be let me see. It will be, let's see, 179.1 inch. Sorry about that. 179.1 inch. All right. We don't need to have this here. Screen size will be 200. 200 inches is the gallon we're putting in because now we're going to need it. Someone was requesting something bigger. 1 gallon. Bigger screen size because people are going to have 200-inch screens. I usually see most of it at 120 to 100, 150. Like that. Yeah, we are going to need bigger. I didn't think about that because in the application for basically using it for outdoor use, that is definitely going to be required. Let me see. Let's see, outside average cover. So that'd be 200 inches. Windows screen application. No. This would be for, not needed there. We need to update that. 200 inch screen size. We're going to be on the site today, people. We have much to do. We're going to be doing a 2 paint on application demonstrations. I got my sprayer and everything ready to go. We're doing a window application. I don't know if we're going to get her sunlight, but no, we'll get it done. And then I can put some more information in our specification sheet because we're building as we go along. Let me see. So 200-inch screen. This is only for the 1 gallon. And for those of you going to be sticker shocked over the price, well, you let me know where you're going to find someone who has as much experience as we do in the field. We've been around for quite some time. And you're going to be able to have a front and rear technology that also has projector mapping capabilities, 3 applications. You can use for special effects, visual, basically demonstrations, front and rear ambient light projection technology. And if all things goes well, it'll have the ability to absorb sunlight. So we offer our products very reasonable price. People get mad, they get their sticker shock, man. Like, why is he charging that much money? Well, show me someone else is doing the same thing. Everybody else is cutting corners. Everybody else is in these ambient controlled environments. I sat here yesterday on a 1,000 lumen projector at 13 feet and pulled an image off a screen and showed white levels with no problem. Even knocked out a white screen, gray screen at the same time. And nobody does demonstrations like that. Everybody's in the dark faking it. Oh, that's a good one. In the dark faking it. 200 inch, 200, see, screen size, 200 inch aspect ratio. Should be 16:9. These would be your measurements right there. All right, that's perfect. This is what we should have in there. All right. That's front and rear. Okay, we got that for NA because that still has to be size right there. All right, that's perfect. And we need to have, what do we need right here? Okay. And we have it there. Okay, as long as we have in those areas, we have. All right, this is 478 for 32. We're going to make it in two sizes. Let's see. I always like to make it $100 more difference. So we'll make it at. I'm gonna do 6. 6, 657. No, I'll leave it at that. I don't feel like doing more. I really just don't. I'll leave it at that. All right, we got it at 657 for the gallon. So there's two of them, one's 657, the quart is 478. Okay, let me see. Now I have a whatchamacallit in the room. Well, actually, we have to do the demonstration outside. So we got areas we can work out outside. Plenty of areas we can work out outside. So we can work out no problem. This is also now available, 20 in the shopping cart. We made this product available because somebody wanted to place an order for coating their screen. So we had a couple people requesting for screen coating applications. They're asking basically, can you use this for micro mesh? Yeah, you can use it for micro mesh. Oh man, we didn't put that on there. It definitely should have been in the specification sheet. Let me see. Micro mesh and front and rear projection screen surfaces. Micro mesh, front and rear. That's one of the applications you can use because it does transfer light back and forth. Let me see where we have this on the website. Here, I have to go in and put this in for surface. Surface, projection limits, okay. Surface right here. Surface application information. Projection support summary. Spray on application. What do we have for surface? It should be surface. Surface application information using transparent surface. As long as it's transparent, it's C. Used on transparent surfaces such as glass, fiberglass, or any kind of plastics. Plastics. I'll word this in because I forgot we can use micro mesh too. All right, microplastics. So use on only transparent surfaces such as glass, fiberglass, or any kind of plastics. That should be there, and that should be here. Plastics. Also includes. Let me see, plastics. Also includes micro mesh and front and rear projection screen surfaces. as long as it's transparent. Oh, it's transparent. Okay, perfect. So you can use fabrics. We have it right there, written there. I'm going to grab, let me see. I just take this whole section, put it right back in again. Make it a lot easier for me updating the other page. That's perfect. Oh, we have to put this in here too. When coating a fabric, spandex material, or any kind of material that's transparent, coating, that would be coating. Let's see. Oh, really? Literally. I just came in and just copied and pasted all the stuff back in there. When coating a fabric, when coating a fabric material that's transparent, coating. All right, I spelled it as a medicine. Coating a transparent material. I'm coating it that's transparent. Material will still remain flexible, will not become, jeepers, come on, Google, get it together. Material that is stretchable will not become stiff, rigid, or unstretchable. Okay, material that is stretchable will not. Come on, Google, understand, get it together. Will not become stiff, rigid, or unstable. Did I just say unstable? I said unstretchable. I love how Google basically tries to recorrect you and make you think that this is what it should be. Or unstretchable. All right, there we go. Material that is stretchable will not become stiff, rigid, or unstretchable. Now,
according to Wiktionary, not scratchable, impossible to scratch.
Unstretchable.
According to Wiktionary, not scratchable, impossible to scratch.
Good gracious. Unstretchable. And not unstretchable, Gee whiz. Unstretchable. Cracking or peeling.
According to Dulux, cracking, flaking, or peeling is the splitting of a dry paint film. This is a problem that needs fixing as it can lead to complete failure of the paint. Initially, the problem appears as a hairline crack before evolving to flaking of paint chips.
All right. Used on only transparent surfaces such as glass, fiberglass, or any kind of plastic. Also includes micro mesh and front and rear projection screens. Front and rear projection screens, front and rear indoor or outdoor projection screens, surfaces, surfaces. As long as it's a transparent, as long as it's transparent, okay, I got it. Bird. As long as it's transparent. When coating a screen fabric material that is transparent material, that is stretchable, copy, that is an stretchable, transparent material, this will not become stiff, rigid, should be stiff. Stiff, rigid, or unstretchable. No worries of cracking or peeling. No worries of cracking or peeling. With no worries of cracking or peeling. All right. Come on. Let's be nice. Let's get what I asked for, and not all that. We don't need all that. All right. I'm taking that whole section right there. Copy right there. We can do an update for that one right there. Okay, let's click it there. Okay. We'll have pictures today, and we're doing a much larger surface. I want to go where we at right here. Information on surface application. All right, we don't need this right here. We'll take this whole section out because we updated this right here and put this in here. Now, for those who are saying, how do you know? I've designed spandex front and rear projection screens. So again, when we make this stuff, we already know what it's designed to do. Half the time, we really don't have to do testing. We do testing to prove that the product works. That's what testing is done. We already know what this stuff is designed to do. So we can coat anything we want with this stuff. Man, with this new formula, there is stuff you're going to be able to do with this. It's going to blow your freaking mind. It's going to allow you to be able to say, you know what? If I want an acoustic screen, it's not going to cost you thousands of dollars. You can make it yourself with this technology. If I want to do an outside plexiglass rear curved projection screen by my pool, you can do that with this technology. You want to design yourself a gaming simulator, you want to put the projector, and you got that ability to do that now. Because this technology will allow you to do so much. You got a band, you want to play some visual designs in the background, you don't want to use a white screen because that's what they usually do. You want something in black where all that holograms, you got that ability. Projector mapping application, people, at the end of the day, there you go. It's right there to allow you to be able to think way outside the box. That's what it's for. That's why we developed this stuff. So you don't have to figure out. All you people have projects at the end of the day that you're trying to complete and you can't figure out how to connect the dots. This is what this is designed to do. This is why we can design all this cool stuff down through time, because we have this technology that allows us to do it. You want to do floor applications? Guess what this stuff does? You can do floor applications with it. Because it's designed that you can trample on it over and over again, and it will not crack or peel. So those, oh shoot, I'm gonna take some of those with me. Those floor tiles, yeah, you can coat that stuff with it. You walk over it over and over again, beat the crap out of it, and you'll never have to worry about that ever cracking or peeling. We had them in demonstrations on the floor. I've walked over that thing over and over again. I've had customers come over to the house and about to take their shoes, like, what are you doing? Like, walk over. We need you to walk over it. Yeah, I'm taking one of those with me. Now, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Gee whiz, this is not the window technology. It does have that capability. See, this is what I'm thinking about, the window. We only do transfer, but it does have the ability to enhance this. Oh, gee whiz, now we got to do that test. Okay, I'm gonna grab something to take with me. We need a floor tile. I'm taking one of these with me. And I'm getting in the car and I'm like, what the freak is all this stuff for? And I'm taking this with me. I'm taking one of these with me. Because it has 4 application capabilities, so we definitely will take this. All right, that's good. We're taking that with us. We're going to coat that, turn it into a screen. I should take 2 of them. We'll take 2 of these. So much stuff I gotta carry with me. I got 2 freaking equipment bags. We got the sprayer, we got the black glass we gotta bring in, and now we're gonna coat that floor surface too on top of that. Definitely gonna coat that. Alright, well, guess we'll be expanding this today. Some more information. Gee whiz, those 4 tiles. Now, I don't know, I wouldn't use it for projection screen, watching movies, because you would have the little lines all through the screen. That would drive you nuts. But basically for visual effects, it would be fantastic to have a screen. You can literally just take out of a box and piece it all together and just basically just do visual effects off of it. That would be freaking cool, because it would work between the activation for floors. We got this job coming up to do this ceiling pretty soon. I'm using that technology right there for the ceiling. Because I'm curious what the reaction would be. But first we have to coat it on something, on a surface that's non-transparent, to see what the reaction would be. Yeah, brain's ticking at 100 miles an hour. This is what it usually does in the morning, thinking about stuff that we can do with this stuff. Golf simulators, yes. These will take 100 mile, 150, whatever. You could beat the crap out of this stuff. It's not gonna be a problem. I did a demonstration. We coated the floor with this stuff, and I took a chair, my work chair, and dragged it across the floor multiple times. When I mean we test our stuff, we beat the crap out of it. All right, that front right there, we'll have that right there. I'm basically gonna be expanding this. Chances are we're gonna run out of room. All right, we updated on both sides. All right, for this and this. All right. So the 2 we have on the website, we have 1 gallon and we have 32. We're not going to make it anything else. It's no point, because it requires a paint sprayer. Dropping 24 ounces into a cup of a paint sprayer, you're going to have nothing left by the time you hit that trigger. There's going to so much going to be coming out of that. Yeah, it's pointless. Just 32, which is the actual size of the cup that you get basically for your sprayer, and 1 gallon if you're doing something much larger application. 32 would do 150 inch. All right, let me see. And then it has a 2-layer application on it too. On this one here, we got 7:52, 8 o'clock. I gotta get ready to get out the door. All right, so that's good to go. So this is going to be fantastic for those of you who have these screens, those rear projection screens, and the screens constantly washing out. You can't get an image to pull. This will fix your problem. All right, let me come out of here. This is all updated. And let's add save. Now this does come with free worldwide shipping. Again, we can ship this to you anywhere in the world for free. I've even shipped to Madagascar. Why do you not? Let's see. I think I got a screen in just about, almost just about everywhere in the world. Just about. I think I do. Let me see. I've shipped to Africa. I've shipped to UK quite a lot. Australia. Been to Greece, Italy, Rome. I've been to all those already. Let me see. I'm going to go to my actual page right here. Let's refresh. Make sure it's there. Spaceman. Now, for those people who are saying they can't find the marketplace, when this pops up, our intro, at the bottom, there's a thing that says closed. All you got to do is click on this, and this will bring you right to the marketplace. Just scroll down. You'll see our letters pop into place, little dance play right there. And then right there, you'll see the black shop pop up, and you're in. That's it. Very easy to do. We accept credit cards, debit cards, and PayPal. We do not do any other thing, e-checks and all that stuff like that. No, we don't do any of that, but just the basic simple payments. That's basic right there from there. And again, like I said, you need more proof on our technology not matching other products. We have our black on black demonstrations all listed below for you. We'll show you at the end of the day, we have nothing to hide. I'm going to take that giant outdoor grid and put it on our site because, man, we get that all the time about outdoor demonstrations. Yeah. All right, let me see. That's all finished. That's published. That's done. This right here, let me go back to this. The inflatables. Here we go. The inflatables. Now this right here, this is now a bridge or a mountain we have now conquered because this is going to be easy for us. It's very easy to coat that, no problem. I'll be doing a couple of them there. I got my tripod system in the room when you can put screens on, and I'm going to set something up over there. We're going to do 2 setups. We're going to do actually no, I need to do one. We're just going to coat one right there. We just spray it outside. Now, one thing you want to do is when you are spraying this surface, make sure it's expanded all the way out. Anytime that you paint any kind of fabric, you want to make sure it's fully expanded. Because if you lay it down and you paint over top of it, your areas could have folded over a little bit, and then when you go to stretch your screen, you're going to have white lines in there where the paint couldn't hit because the fabric had folded over. So make sure you stretch it out. Leave it on your frame you have right here, stretch it out, coat over top of it, and you're done. That's it. You're not going to have any uneven areas, no blotchiness, because I've seen someone do a rear projection screen with that mesh, and it came up very blotchy. You're not going to have any of those problems with areas that are a little lighter here, a little darker here, and lighter here, and darker here. Whatever was in that stuff did not mix well, and it didn't coat well when it was sprayed onto the screen. All right, well, that's it. Giddy up. What else can we show you at the end of the day? What can we do? So, you ever spray the screen door? Well, I have. Yeah, that's interesting to watch. There's invisible screens. Screen doors, you can convert them into visible screens. Oh, we can use it outside in the daylight too on top of that. I'm going to be shopping at Home Depot today. Or not today, I'll have to do it tomorrow. I got a whole lot of stuff now I got to pick up. I want to spray. There's going to be a lot of spray on applications. We're going to have to expand the demo page or build ourselves another demo page because, man, we're going to basically do all kinds of crazy stuff with this. I might make me an invisible version of this technology for the gaming. I think next I'll convert another one for the gaming. Invisible gaming screen. It's going to be sick. Oh my goodness, that'd be crazy. I know exactly how I'm going to design this too. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think we are. We're going to design a invisible gaming screen. Boy, I could really hype this up. I can't tell you what we put in this stuff, boy, but if you know exactly what we put into it, it's going to be crazy. Colors would be insanely. I mean, yeah, the roll-on applications here has this limitation, but when you're doing something with a properly pure chemical at the end of the day, it doesn't have any form of, what's the word, how you say it? It's not dumbed down. Usually we have to put a roller on until we have to dumb it down just a little bit, but still it passes all the tests and does what needs to be done. But to have an actual pure form of this technology on a spray-on application would be extreme beast mode on so many levels. And in rear projection technology embedded into it with Sun Killer, oh, I'm going to design something mad. It's in my head already. I'm going to design a crazy gaming rear projection screen technology. Yeah, it's going to be beast. Anyway, Yeah, because I need one for myself. It's it's interesting. I'm sitting there having this conversation with myself, talking about this insane beastly paint. That ingredients is already in my head. Do you know how fast the Lord transfers information to my head? I had the recipe already in my head. The near thought, the minute I think about, like, oh, you know what, we should do, boom, that information's already been in my head. That's how amazing my Lord is. It's already in my head to make an invisible gamer, and we can make it. We can definitely make it. It's in my head already. All I have to do is write it down, and that's it. It's in there. Okay. All right. And oh man, this is what happens. We always go through this. We go through this process where we're making something, but then we're making something on top of making something. And now while I'm working on this for testing, I got this amazing ingredients for the ultimate gaming rear projection screen technology. It's in my head right now. I know exactly. The Lord is feeding all the information to me, how to put it all together. Oh man, if you knew what goes on in my head 24/7, man, it's wonderful to have. You have to understand at the end of the day who God is. We're talking about the Omega, the beginning and end, the Supreme, and he can pretty much, he's touching me and telling me things on how to design the technology in my head that fast. All I have to do is just sit there and think about it, just a near thought, and boom, that information in my head that fast. It got to a point where there was so much information feeding into my head that I didn't sleep. You would see me on YouTube 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with a spray gun. Painting. We got to do this, and I got this idea for this. We're gonna put this together here. That's information that's being fed to my head. How to build, design, put screens together, all that stuff. All that information is fed to my head. If I want to build my own stand, I can literally build my own projector stands out of wood. It showed me how to build them, how to put them together, how to design this, how to put rooms together, things I need to put to bring the environment to life. All that information comes from God. Constant flow of information feeds through my head all day. I have booklets and booklets and booklets of formulas that I've never had a chance to make because it's just, we would overcrowd the site. We've done this multiple times, overcrowd a site and say we got to remove stuff. We literally have to build other websites in order to put products on it because there's too much. You ever seen the marketplace for Crystal Edge? It's insane. If we pull up the marketplace, there's over 60 to 70 different formulas in there sitting on that site that we don't even touch anymore. We got technology that can go back to 7s that can knock out certifies with ease. This is the information that's fed to me. And right now, I have a gamer technology in my head right now, as I'm right now doing tests for the other technology. Oh man, do I complain? Oh heck no, I love it. Rear projection now, I found some, well, I like doing the front, it's okay, but now I want both. I want both front and rear technology. That's what I want. It has so many ways we can work with it, and on top of that, it keeps things exciting. What are we going to test against the front and rear? Because you really can't go against screen paints on front and rear at the end of the day. Well, actually, rear we can knock it out with no front. We can rock it out, but the screen's not rear, so that gives our screens the benefit of basically having a technology they don't have. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what certified screens we can test it against. I guess we'll have to do all front for certified because certified screens are front and rear, and the ones they do have are front and rear are white. So that's not going to be a challenge at all at the end of the day. It's not going to give us anything. So I'll do an acoustic screen converted to black technology, put that against a white screen. We're going to definitely dominate in color. We'll be to maintain the white levels because again, our white levels actually enhance and get higher when we do rear projection. So that's something right there. That's interesting. Okay, well, okay. I'll figure that all out later on. Right now, I'm going to write down these ingredients in my head for a gamer version of this. I'm going to make a gamer rear gamer. So this right here, our gamer front, we have on our website. Let me see right here. This is the front page here. That's the gamer version front. We can make a rear version of this right here, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna design a rear version of it. It's a professional. I think we're gonna do all sprays under category class professional. Do you have to be a professional spray? Nah, you don't have to be. We'll put it in there anyway, professional, because it's more high grade. material formula. We can make the whatchamacallit, the dedicated CINEMAX. We can make those rear. We have the ability to make any technology rear if we choose to. If I can figure out where to get those paints, well, I forgot they got those connections. How to get these Wagners for cheaper, wholesale. Man, I could design me like a package where we can actually give those for free. But we have to get them for wholesale. Okay, people, my mind's racing at 100 miles an hour. I'm excited. I got this new gamer paint in my head for rear projection technology. We got this new rear technology. We're dealing with this. We have basically testing we're going to be doing today. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped up right now. And again, like I said, the technology is available. We have it now. I just made both of these shopping carts for the new 57 CINEMAX. Black Mist is now available on the site because we had people last night requesting it. They wanted the product. So what's on there? Is it going to pass it? Oh, heck yeah. No. That's easy. That's pretty much, we've done all this stuff already. We have done this already. This is just an enhancement technology. It's going to be much more enhanced. We have the ability to know this already. We know it because we've done so much testing. All right, I got to go. I'm so excited. I can't wait.